As COVID-19 arrives in Mexico, the country's authorities are doing all they can to control its spread and keep the public calm. A vital part of that is identifying with certainty any new cases that appear. In Guadalajara, western Mexico's largest public health laboratory tested 10 samples from across the region for COVID-19 on Monday. All came up negative. Laboratories like this one are a vital link in the epidemiology chain. Some of the most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, fatigue and a cough. And given that in early March we are still in the tail end of the flu season, the overlap in symptoms can make distinguishing between the two with diagnostic testing even more essential. For the moment, this lab is only testing people who travelled abroad in the past 14 days or have come into contact with a patient who tested positive for the virus. For Maria Alamilla, the laboratory's director, she's convinced Mexico's public health authorities are prepared to face the issue.
Es bien importante que se sepa que nosotros formamos parte de una red nacional de laboratorios.
It's important to note that we form part of a national network of laboratories. So if something happens in a neighboring state and they can't handle the workload, that's where we come in, and vice versa. If we are in an epidemic situation, other laboratories help us. So today, we can guarantee that the country is protected because we are all working together with the same methodology to face an epidemic.
Dr. Adolfo Lopez Corona is an epidemiologist who is currently running the COVID-19 Situation Room at the University of Guadalajara. It's staffed by experts from across the medical spectrum to prepare for any outbreak.
Una de las partes más importantes es la prevención. Lo prioritario es que
One of the most important aspects is prevention. The priority is that the public knows the factors that put them at risk, so that they can approach the situation with preventative measures. So the public has to be vigilant, and we are here to give them the information they need.
Here in Guadalajara, public health professionals are preparing for possible outbreaks elsewhere in Mexico, tracking cases across the country and around the world. Alasdair, Baverstock, CGTN, Guadalajara, Mexico.